Hey, great Saturday evening. It is a beautiful weekend, a beautiful Saturday evening in the city of Brownsville. And guys, we stated that we weren't going to be out here on Saturday and Sunday evening in order to rest. But since Maggie bailed on us yesterday, Friday, so
I'm not going to do the show alone. I'm just telling you that right now. I am not. This is not the Maggie show by any means. Well, it kind of is, but no. No, don't ever put that out there. I was watching the video at lunchtime at work. I was watching your 9 o'clock morning show during my lunch. And you're like, yeah, I'm going to see if Maggie can come on tonight. I'm like, hell no. Like right away, I messaged you. No, it's not negotiable.
Oh, that's what the no is for. I thought, go ahead.
Yeah, no, it was like, no. I figured you know right away what I meant.
I didn't give a second thought. It just goes with who I am. It's just like, let's see. Hola, Erasmo and Maggie.
Okay, before we go on, before I forget, I have to say hi to Paulina. Hi, Paulina.
Hey, Paulina.
There. 4-year-old loves watching Erasmo when she can. And she keeps sending little thumbs up. And her mom's like, quit doing that. She's like, I have to tell them I like them.
Awesome. Well, it's kind of strange, but I do run into Tania. What's up?
Hey.
I do run into a lot of folks out there that they'll go out there and say like, and little kids. I mean, 4, 5, 6-year-olds. Erasmo, I see your show, and they get on their iPads to watch the show.
Yeah.
And some folks say, "Oh, they like it when you scream, or they like it when you make those weird faces." I go like, "Well, they must like it a lot because I do a lot of both."
Because you do it often enough. You haven't lately. I was thinking about that. Someone told me Erasmo yells less when you're on the show. I'm like, I don't know why.
I probably laughed. I probably yelled this morning a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It just depends on the topic. And I told people it's not like, oh, I'm yelling is a thing. It's just like more of a, can you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
Because I've only said them 1,000 times.
I thought you were there was no Saturday night show, not supposed to be, but since Maggie missed yesterday's show and made us cancel it last night.
Whatever.
We decided to.
Not me.
Let me tell you, you were not on the show Friday morning, although you should have been. But Friday morning is the.
No, but I still had a job. That's why I shouldn't have been.
Yeah, it's true. And he said a lot of folks were out there saying, they said like, and that's what we're still laughing because of last night's show.
Okay, so let me tell you. So I hung up. We got off, right? And then I called Tania and I'm like, do you think I'm going to get fired? Like, did I say anything? Because there was a lot of connections that kept going back and forth to diapers. And I'm like, did that not come out right? So at 11:30 at night, I started watching the show again. I still laughed out loud. And I was up to 1 a.m. watching the show. I only got 12 hours of sleep that night and I was still laughing. It
was a funny show. And
the comments being said were hilarious. The comments added a lot.
Well, you see, I think that's one of the things that makes us very, very successful. Are you okay? Makes us very successful, and other shows probably not successful, is the people that come on here. Mm-hmm. Because really, it's like a lot of I actually when I have a chance to look at all the comments that are on my page sometimes, man, I laugh. Some people are so creative, man, and they come up with the craziest stuff.
And quick, you just don't keep up with the comments enough. So go with the comments right now.
I'm trying, but I'm freezing.
Nah.
I am freezing. Can you tell I'm freezing?
Oh yeah, I can tell you're freezing. I was reading this.
Buenas noches, Erasmo. I just saw Elon Musk. He was cruising, looking for some tacos. He also asked about some pita. Good evening to both of you also. Hey, Miss Maggie.
Hey, I miss my Diego.
I'm driving home watching you. Hey, Maggie. Hey, Martha. Martha is my real estate agent. Guys, if y'all need anything in real estate, contact Martha. She's amazing. Feliz año 2021, rezando de Veracruz. ¿Dónde están mis tamales veracruzanos o mis quesos? Now that Baron's superpower, she can throw a book across the room.
Just using unagi.
I'm going to start using that. I don't even know what it is. You just need to negotiate Maggie's contract. AOB is also inquiring. No.
Yeah, Tania's my manager, apparently. I don't know.
No.
And this is funny. So the other day when I came out on AOB and you were like, I need my Cheetos back. So when we were done, what are you pointing at?
That no, go back.
Go back to what?
You cannot be on those programs anymore. But okay.
Oh, so then I get off the show, right? And I got off the show we were on, and I walk out, and my daughter's walking with a Cheeto bag. And I'm like, oh, Erasmo says we have to give them back. And she's like, I already ate one of them. I'm like, I'm telling him he's crazy, but she's like, but I already had a whole bag. I'm like, it's all right.
Aren't they so good? Aren't they good? They're amazing.
Like, really.
Crazy, amazing.
Hey, Peppermint Patty. I still want to know who he is, but I don't.
Good evening, guys. So Thursday's show was sponsored by Depends this morning's gas section. Tonight's show,
I don't know. Tonight's show is going to be brought by water after we talk about it a little bit. What I tell you, I see the kitty.
What's up with the water?
Well, because I have to change my eating habits.
Oh, yeah, me too. Actually, I did go back down 2 pounds. And I think I shared with she was mentioning the gas because I was telling people that estaba embarado.
Oh, yeah, I did catch half your show this morning.
My lord. And I I go like that and I could feel it. And I puro aire. I was like burping a lot last night during the night. It's the first time I've woken up at 2 or 3 in the morning again, as I used to do that regularly. And, a lot of
TMI. Yes, you did ask if it was TMI.
And, pero yeah, I think Diego misses you too.
One of my favorite kids in my lifetime. And he knows it too, I think.
And that Thursday show was the bomb. I don't know how it went that, but it's again, nothing that we do is scripted.
Mm-mm.
Nothing. And I think that would surprise a lot of folk because they're probably like, oh, they're going through these notes of what they're going to say. Nothing. Zip.
Yeah. One of my siblings said, doesn't Erasmo tell you what to talk about before what we're going to talk about? Yes, it is. I'm not going to argue with that. If this show wasn't on right now, I'd have been in bed by 8:30. Y tú cállate, Viro, también. Tú ya vida, acuéstate. Go get your hair perm fixed. And my brother said, he's setting you up for failure if he's not telling you ahead of time what to. I'm like, whatever. Whatever. We talk about what we talk about. I don't need to prepare. I don't have time for that. Hey, Kinina, what are you saying no to?
You don't have time to prepare. And, one of the things that I tell folks is when you have like a script or something, it doesn't come out natural. And really, when we first started these whole things, it was more of a conversational piece. Just talk. Just let us go. And again, going back into the comments, guys, the comments are really 75% of these shows.
Yeah.
Y'all are the ones that lead us to where we're going to go. Every so often, I'll try to, we'll get to that in a moment type of situation.
Yeah.
Like when we're on a roll or something, but most of it is coming from you all.
Yeah.
So you got one person to blame. Saludos a los dos, much love. Love you too. I don't think Maggie remembers me, but we knew each other college years. Hello, Maggie. Hello, Erasmo. Signed a person whose Facebook list was censored.
And hello, wait, signed a person. Oh, whose list? What is that? I don't remember the last name though, and I'm trying to see the face.
I think it's a married name. Let me say, I did see your comment in regards to it, and it's very, very unfortunate. And again, guys, I'm going to say this, and I wrote this, and I do my best now, guys, not to comment too much on other people's posts, but every so often I will, and I don't do it because sometimes you'll get reported, and Facebook will put you in Facebook jail. I've been in Facebook jail boo-hoos at times.
Really?
Yeah, I've been in Facebook jail for 3 days, Facebook jail for 24 hours, 3 days. I'm Facebook jail for 7 days. I've been in Facebook jail for 31 days, multiple times.
What did you do?
Very, very stupid stuff. No, I mean, really very stupid stuff. Like I called on a comment. I typed in a comment, you're stupid, you are ignorant, que no sé qué, blah, 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 and boom, Facebook blocked me because I was bullying, I was being rude. So I do my best to stay away from those comments. But I'm going to repeat the comment that I posted on Gloria's post. She put it up on her page in regards to censorship. And let me say, guys, anyone that does not believe that in regards to this PC culture, this cancel culture, let me tell you, it's not going to be a good thing, guys. And I said it when they were doing the Rock thing, like, first they came for the Rock, then they'll come for our churches. It's happening, folks. It's happening. And again, I'm a church person. Y'all know that. I think Gloria was referring to some pro-life comments that were restricted on Facebook. Pro-life comments that were restricted on Facebook, guys. That is very unfortunate.
Okay.
Tengo un queso tipo francés de San Rafael, Veracruz. I love it.
No, but he's not giving it to you. He's just telling you he has one.
La mitad. ¿Cómo dicen mochilas? No, es muy bueno. Maggie to Erasmo, I want you to help me to help you.
Help me help you. Help me.
Help you.
Yeah.
Show me the money. Show me the Cheetos.
Yeah, we're eating. Well,
you should have told me.
Them away, huh?
You should have told me. I went to Matamoros today. I would have brought a mess of more. I still have crap loads at the office. I really do. I have bags and bags of them.
Do you want Sudi and I to help you? Well, see, but I can't now because, okay, so wait, go through the comments first and then I'll tell you.
Trying. What do you think about President Trump visiting the RGB? That's one of the things that I did want to talk about. Guys, we did learn a couple of hours ago that President Trump is going to fly into Harlingen Airport on Tuesday and is going to take a helicopter ride somewheres in McAllen area in order to be there at the dedication of a segment of the border wall. And
how do you find out these things? Where do we?
Well, I read.
Well, I read too, but I don't catch up on that.
Someone didn't wake up till 12:30 today.
And then took a nap at 3. But we'll talk about that in a minute. Go through the comments.
I'm trying, but we did, and so President Trump is coming, and again, great. It's good. It's good PR for the city. I mean, unfortunately, he's not coming to Brownsville, or else we could have taken him to the half-made border wall down here
on the scooter.
Huh?
On the scooter.
I would have given him a ride on the scooter. But he's going landing in Harlingen, and then from Harlingen, he's going to a helicopter off into McAllen. Tuesday. Estás empachado. No, it's not empachado. Empachado is cuando comes harina y todo, estás empachado. Embarado with one R. Embarado es cuando tienes gases o tienes aire atorado en las...
It's embarazado.
No. Embarazado is pregnant. You're not going to pull that one on me. I'm not a female, but I read books. I used to see Playboy Penthouse when I was a kid.
I don't know what that has to do with anything, but go on.
I know about all those parts.
Oh, okay. All right.
Hey, Sharky! Love you, Sharky. Actually, Royal went by the office on Friday. Royal went by the office on Friday. I wasn't there. Royal, thank you for going by. Sorry, I was at a funeral on Friday, and that's why we didn't do the show on Friday night, actually.
Hey, go back real quick. Snoopy, I saw on the Friday morning show, Snoopy was asking, why was I saying, did I get fired? Why would I get fired? I work for the school district. I guess you missed that. I work for the school district. And since we had said, since the school district gets brought up, we have something that says about social media. So, and usually they tell us, don't take pictures of yourself with a beer can and post them. Like, that's the main thing I've heard not to do. But, yeah, that's the joke is that, well, there's a lot of jokes of this is how Maggie got fired. Or maybe I shouldn't say that anymore.
Well, let me tell you, I think you're gonna be okay. I mean, look, most of the no, and I'll say this. I said that this morning. You weren't on the show this morning because you were asleep. But I said it this morning, and I'll say this again, guys. When the school district and the board they do well, you better believe I'm going to be one of the first ones out here praising what they're doing. Little Eddie put on the agenda for Tuesday's meeting the termination of Baltasar Salazar. Hey, I'm going to praise him. If he actually has the 4 votes to get rid of Baltasar Salazar, let me tell you guys, there is no one that is not going to speak more highly of little Eddie. Highly of little Eddie.
I'll hold him to it.
Than me, I promise. No, because guys, I want to come on here and say, awesome job, school board. Awesome job, administration. Great. That's what I want to do. It's a lot easier, guys. It really is a lot easier than coming on here and going like, my goodness, I have to investigate. I have to research because these folks are doing their job.
And I guess Snoopy doesn't know. The school district is known for retaliation, not necessarily this administration or these board members. I mean, I've been here for 25 years. You knew not to speak up for years. Not my principal either, by any means. It's just years and years. And if you were younger, also, especially when I first started here, if you were younger and you didn't know any better, yeah, you better just shut up. So,
you have a good principal. I like y'all's principal. Y'all's principal is and a lot of people don't like her. But again, a lot of people don't like me. I like your principal. Your principal's a fighter.
She's good, and she's for the kids. That's my thing is when you're just for the kids and what's best for the kids, and equality among the kids also. Yeah.
I went to Matamoros and I got me some gummy vitamins.
Oh, I need to go get some of that. Yeah, I'm actually glad he's off of Twitter.
I'm not glad he's off Twitter. Again, I don't care. In regards to, I hate the censorship part of it. Now, if it was a continuously incitement of individuals, like, and I mentioned this morning, yelling fire in a movie theater, I don't agree with that. Did he incite some individuals? Yes. Indirectly, yes. Do I think that he was going to incite more violence these next 12 days? No. I don't think so. But we don't know, and we'll never know.
Well, yeah.
He was silenced. And again, and I said this morning, I'll say this again. All these people are doing is putting more fuel to the fire of the individuals who actually go out there and believe that that everyone's against President Trump. And I'm going to say this again, guys. If anyone that thinks that there isn't a fake news issue in this country, then you are not doing your research. There's fake news in the country. There's fake news at the state level. There's fake news at the local level. So let's go. Good evening, Itza. And tonight, I'm not at the studio tonight because it was I was caught off guard. I decided to do it at the house. Actually, I'm preparing for tomorrow's sermon. And there's a part of and I was.
I need to look up the picture.
Gloria,
I've got the worst memory. I'm sorry, Miss Gloria.
She does.
I do.
I was going to share my experience. It's a really, really weird experience that I had at the funeral on Friday. Yeah, on Friday, guys. But I can't share it with you because I'm going to use it in my sermon tomorrow morning at church. So if y'all want to hear my experience, y'all can come to church tomorrow at 11 o'clock. I'll be preaching at 11. Or if not, so you can see the rewind on my page. But afterwards, I'll speak about it. It's just something that I experienced that I thought was kind of really, really very sad. A very sad thing. But I'm going to mention it tomorrow during the church service. Maggie,
whatever.
Sheet for me in Miss Moreno's class.
Miss Moreno's class in history, whatever. And I'm going to bring out, I've got the yearbook right here. I'm going to bring out a picture of Vito with his mop hair and his silver frame glasses.
Vito.
You know what I always remember is you've always talked a lot about your mom, about how you're always so positive about your mom. I remember, like you were saying things earlier about your mom, I guess maybe in a conversation or something. And I was thinking that's the one I remember. That one thing I remember about you, like always mentioning your mom in a good way. 112 people I messaged me congratulating me that.
Awesome.
Okay, sorry. Yeah.
I saw some, and again, guys.
It's crazy, isn't it? That people are like, that people know Erasmo. It's crazy. I know. I went to work. One of the first times I came out on the show, and I went to work the next morning, and I had people come up and whisper, "I saw you on Erasmo," and I'm thinking, "Crap! I didn't see your name come up." So,
but isn't it crazy? I mean, I appreciate it, but and I think a lot of, let me tell you, Gloria, it's kind of weird because some individuals, I'll tell you, some individuals might think, oh, Erasmo leans to the left, or Erasmo leans to the right, and then they go like, oh, and they go like, but I think they want to use it, and then when they find out that, look, my views are very, very conservative, very ultra conservative.
mm-hmm.
I don't lean either right or left. I go by the platform. I'm a constitutionalist, and I warned folks. And the comment was very, very clear. I warned folks and people in Brownsville. I'm not going to call it, but people in Brownsville, listen to my words, guys. These crazies that were out there hell bent on removing the rock, they're coming for our churches, guys. Mark my word, they're coming for our churches. Sooner or later, they'll be coming for our churches. And you'll remember that I said it, and that's what the comment that I wrote on Gloria's thing. But I'm glad that a lot of people. Why are you at home tonight and not at Castro Studio? Because I was preparing the sermon, and I wanted to step away from the studio so that in my head, I know that tonight's show is an extra. It's not a show. Does that make sense? So in my head, this is like a special show. Yeah, so in my special show, I can do my special show from home with my girls. And I want to say, because
not me as the girls.
No, my girls, like.
Oh, okay.
¿Cómo está niña?
Okay.
What are you doing over there? You see this chair over here? This one right here, guys? Yeah. This one, you may think, why does it also have that torn up chair there? It's because these girls like to tear at it. It's a beautiful chair, guys. It's actually one of these small little beautiful chairs, and they destroyed it. But you know what, guys? I don't care. They can destroy all my furniture. It's for them to destroy.
Yeah, I agree.
Are the meals on Facebook Joe better than the county? Let me tell you, nothing is as bad as Facebook jail food, because you get to eat a lot of Cheetos. Hey, what if they come for the guns? It will get ugly for sure. Let me tell you, I think if that were to happen, guys, I think Texas would be one of those states that would really, really hit hard against the federal government.
Yeah,
Texas is a conservative state. We know it as a Republican state. I see Texas as a very conservative state, because even down here, Maggie, in our area, you'll find a lot of Democrats that are proud gun owners.
Yeah.
You'll find a lot of Democrats that are pro-life.
Yeah.
So it's not blue and red here in Texas. It's not blue and red, guys. I would dare say it is fuchsia, conservative.
Or purple.
No, I don't like it. Purple, because purple is a term that they use for wonky Republicans.
Or Mexican pink.
No, that one I like. That's the color I like. Good evening, Erasmo and Maggie. Blessings.
Marco said something the other morning, yesterday or this morning, and I was like, "Oh my God, thank you, Miss Snoopy." That I thought that is hilarious. I want to do a screenshot, and I cannot remember what it was.
I think we should all transition. We'll try to remember. She's not going to remember. I think we should all transition to YouTube to avoid the Facebook jail. Yeah, I think again, guys. I think I'm trying to continue to encourage folks. Please, go subscribe to YouTube. It's a lot easier, guys. Good evening, Erasmo and Maggie. Love your kitty cats. Yeah, my princesitas. Mm-hmm. My other one, mommies.
Bits and pieces here and there.
How much of the wall is complete? Do you happen to know? Not my walls. Let me tell you, my walls are straight.
No, huh? The wall between the United States and Mexico.
Oh. No, let me tell you, that's what the part that doesn't make much sense. If all you have to do is see the wall over here down south. Have you been to the wall down south, most, Maggie?
Is that the one that you go through east?
Yeah.
You go in and out.
Yeah.
I was like, what point did I pass the wall? I took East Street because I was going to another elementary and I can't remember which one it was. And so,
Garza?
No, I want to say maybe it was Palm Grove.
Oh.
So I did. Is it Palm Grove, the one that's out there?
Palm Grove is the farthest out there.
Yeah, I think that was it. It was a library meeting. That's funny.
Thank you, Gloria.
And I did the what do you say? What do you call it? The map quest on my phone.
Huh?
So it gave me the back roads. And at some point, I got to the point where there was the wall, and the road was going through the wall. I'm like,
yeah,
what the hell? How did I end up on that side?
That's the part that I'm referring to. There are so many holes in the wall. Doesn't make any sense. Why are you going to have a wall? You have a big old wall like for 100 feet, and then
in the middle of a neighborhood.
Yeah, then nothing.
Yeah, it's not like on somebody's property way in the back. No, like it's in the middle of the neighborhood.
What is that Tesla building in Lomito going to be? A dealership, fix it all, recharging center. And again, I shared this before. The reason that it's being built in Olmito is because Elon Musk wants a recharging.
Now, why wouldn't he build it like at Sears, where you can, the building Sears, you've got the mechanical or the car part, and then you've got the inside part that could be used as, you know what I'm saying?
I just don't see Elon Musk being one of these mall people, you know, like I'm going to buy the property. I mean, he's the richest man in the world. I'm going to buy the property. It's going to be my property.
I thought he was the second one, and I posted it the other day.
No.
He got bumped up?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's surpassed what is she?
A watermelon with seeds.
It's let me say it's I cannot share that information. Oh, there's my girl over there. You see her over here? Oh crap.
On the other side.
Mamis!
Ay, chiquita. Getting ready to jump on the bed?
She's different. Mamis! She doesn't look at her eyes. Aren't they beautiful?
Yeah.
She doesn't listen to me.
Does anybody?
No, not at all.
You froze again.
I know. Can you hear me?
Yeah. We can hear you. Just you freeze. Okay, keep up with the comments.
Mommy's is so. Mommy is such a beautiful little girl. Mommy is my last rescue, and let me tell you, she's still not. I mean, I've had her for like 2 years already, and she still hasn't. You know, I think that's how badly she was abused back where she was at. Me girl. Yeah. Every so often she sleeps with me though. And pero you know, I hate that, guys. I really hate individuals that mistreat animals. We had 2 little black puppies.
I don't want to hear it. Sorry.
Two little black puppies that were abandoned.
Am I being too loud?
A little bit. I think that they've been rescued. No, they've been rescued. It's a good story. They've been rescued. And
they have somebody found them?
Well, someone found the 2 beautiful little puppies. And they would say, we need a home for them. And I think some rescuers already picked those puppies up, which is great. But my baby girl, I mean, pobrecita. I'll call her and she'll completely ignore me. She never comes up to me, ever. But every so often she will. He and Elon Musk can head the pitada and get tacos. Yeah. Mimi! It's Mimis and Mamis. Ya se sentó ya.
Yeah, I see it.
Mi bebé. Hey, Papa! Jemmy! That's the dog. Good evening, beautiful people. Thank you. Me too. I wonder if one of the 4 voted to get rid of Baltasar will be Jessica Gonzalez. Wasn't she having lunch with recently? Surely he already bought her. I'll say this. I'm going to think, guys, that if Drew doesn't have the 4 votes, then they might all vote to get rid of Baltasar just to pretend like it's a unanimous vote. But if Drew has her 4 votes, Baltasar ain't going anywhere.
Drew, I thought you meant if Eddie.
Well, if Drew has her 4 votes, Baltasar stays. If little Eddie has the 4 votes, then Baltasar goes.
Why?
Because little Eddie hates Baltasar.
No, but why if Drew has 4 votes, he stays, but if Eddie has 4 votes, he goes?
Because Drew likes Baltasar.
But 4 votes is 4 votes. Is it not enough to just?
No, you need 4 votes in the majority.
Yeah.
For something to pass. If Drew has her 4 votes, Baltasar stays because they like Baltasar Salazar.
I'm not getting this, because if they have 4 votes, it doesn't matter who the 4 votes. 4 out of 7 is out, isn't it?
No. Okay. If Betty doesn't like Baltasar Salazar.
Yeah.
Because
we're guessing. Go on.
I know, because Baltasar Salazar embarrassed him at a meeting. So little Eddie wants to get rid of Baltasar Salazar. Drew does not want to get rid of Baltasar Salazar.
Oh, if Drew has 4 votes on her side, which is not she's not voting him out. 4 to vote him out as her. Yeah. Okay, got it. She was on the other side of the voting. Okay, got it. I got it.
If Drew has her 4 votes, Baltasar Salazar stays. If little Eddie has the 4 votes, then he's gone. And I think Jessica Gonzalez is going to vote Drew's way. She's always been a follower of Drew, Minerva, and Prissy. Now, Prissy might flip on Baltasar Salazar. It would be the smart thing for Prissy to do, but we'll see. Shout out to Rivera for their sign congratulating Lopez Valdez. She been on the job for like a week.
Lopez Valdez.
Daniela Lopez Valdez.
Oh, okay.
Well, and this is the part that I really like. Again, there's very little that's genuine at the district in regards to some of the principals. They'll think like, oh, let's congratulate them. Haven't done anything, folks. And Doug. They haven't done anything. And again, I'm not bashing them. It's just a fact. They haven't done anything.
They just got in.
I mean, they haven't done anything for them to say. It's like someone getting a Nobel Peace Prize just because they got elected president of the United States.
I get it.
We will say awesome job in this next board meeting when they give us our COVID days. I pray. I'm hoping. Yes, Maggie. Yeah, and again, and I'll be one of the guys that will say congratulations as well. I promise you. Yes, Maggie, you are being 100% real. Thank you for explaining, Maggie. I've only heard of the retaliation at BISD. It's disgusting. It is not a good thing.
And it's like on the down low too, because I worked. How many years have I been gone? Let's just say a campus I worked at, not now, and not before, so a little bit further back. My husband would always say, "You work with a bunch of intelligent women. Why don't you guys get together and say something about what the principal is doing?" And I was like, "Because he will mess you up." Oops. Well, I've worked for men and women. I used to tell my husband, and it's scary. He'll get you in ways that you can't really complain about. So, go ahead. Sorry.
No, you're good. What? You get us. Stop doing that. This is my show. Hey, not yours. At Talk Show Central, RGB style, $50 for 500th fan monthly gift cards on random. Awesome. My suggestion, Sharky, there are top rated fans. Focus on those, because those are the guys that are always coming back, and I think I'm one of them. ¿Estás loco qué, marrana?
Go on. I mean, I like Sharky's comment, but go on.
Hello, Delia. Hello. You're right. Remember that I posted that my mom, now deceased, got after me when I called you the cheeseman? I better never hear you call him that again. She was awesome. And again, it's kind of weird, but the family has been with me for a while, and they know, they know. Thank you, mi amor. I appreciate it.
As opposed to my mom, who said, "No me metas en tus cosas." When I said Erasmo said, "Mom."
Jessica will do what she's told, whether it's Drew or Baltasar or little Eddie. She does not look like she has a backbone. She doesn't.
Maybe she does.
No.
Maybe she does.
Well, we'll see. She doesn't. Why are you being so negative, Maggie?
Not me. That's never me.
Maggie, which campus is that?
Then I'd be giving out too much information. Are we cut up?
Yeah, we caught up.
Okay, so why did I start telling you? I was going to tell you earlier. You harassing me about my not being on last night. Oh wait, no, you didn't have a show last night. Why I slept late today. So I've had a migraine for the majority of this week, and it's been mild. Like when they're bad, I have to stay in bed because it's nauseous, and I'm nauseous, and the light bothers me and everything. But it's been doable. Where I went to work the whole week, but this morning I just was like, so I didn't get out of bed. I didn't wake up. Well, like I wake up and I fall asleep, but like I wake up every hour and a half. I have horrible sleep pattern. And what are you doing that face for?
I'm scratching my bottom lip.
Oh, but it looks like you're like, yes, yes, yes.
No.
Yes, yes, yes. But in a mocking way. So anyway, when I got up, I told my husband, man, I've had this migraine and I can't get rid of it. And he says, have you checked your blood pressure? No. So we checked it and it was 166/98. And he's like, if you stroke out, what are we going to do? Like, we all have to start taking care of you. And not that he wouldn't, but he's like, you need to do something about this. And so then I'm like, whatever, like thinking so flamero. So I posted on Facebook. Okay, so seriously, is 166/98 bad for blood pressure? Immediately, I got a text from a friend asking me if it was me, and she started giving me information. I got a phone call from another friend. Thank you very much, Miss Marcy. I appreciate it. And we're going to have a discussion about this comment. And because I don't appreciate it. I mean, joke around about me when it's things that are true, but clueless, I'm kind of not. Because I try and find information. Whatever with that mocking face. I'm going to hang up right now. Good boy. And good luck to you finding someone else to put up with your abuse.
Hey, I already made a logo.
I don't even know why. I was like, that sounds kind of permanent for a little bit. You're going to have, but you can make a reprint a logo. What was I going to tell you? So then right away, like I got a whole bunch of comments on Facebook saying that's really bad. That's stage 2 hypertension. So then I was like, oh, crap. Like now I'm kind of worried. So then I promised, yes, Monday, I called in sick already. I already told my principal, I'm going to go to the doctor Monday morning. I still had hypertension medicine that they gave me months ago that I never finished, that I didn't take all the way. So I'm like, okay, I'll take them this weekend. And then Monday morning, hey, and next week you guys are going to be at my funeral going, can you believe she was going to go Monday morning and she didn't make it?
Nice.
So anyway, my husband's always like, don't throw that out there. But I always say it. Anyway, so so my blood pressure went up, but I was kind of feeling, what is that? Recognition, aggregating. So then, but they're Brown's BIC strong. Anyway, yeah, I know. So then we took it again and it was 136/82, something like that. So I'm like, okay, it's better. And then I took a nap, woke up, and I told my daughter, put it on and check me right now. Well, she hadn't done it but a couple of times. So she did it backwards. And it came out 170/102. And I was like, oh shit, call your dad. So he came in and he's like, no, you have it on wrong. So I was like, shoo. And what I think is funny is right away someone texted me because I posted it. Sure, JJ, sure. And it don't love me so much then. And opposed people are like, wait, 170 over blah, blah, blah. Look, you have it on wrong. And I was like, yeah, okay, we figured out I had it on wrong. So it's back to normal-ish. It's not below 80 yet. But anyway, I forget why I started telling you the story. That's why I slept in, because I've not been feeling well. And I think I figured out why when I was laying down, I've been getting real bad vertigo. And a couple of times this week when I sat up, I started falling back because I got real bad vertigo again. And I thought maybe I have an inner ear infection, and that's why my my balance is off. Am I boring you?
No.
Is it such a good story you needed to snuggle?
She wanted to snuggle.
Oh, okay. Está bueno. That's it.
Let me say that, guys, checking the blood pressure is really important. The other day, I went to, I made mention that I had signed up for the trials for the Johnson & Johnson trials of the Janssen vaccine.
Yeah.
And young man from McAllen. Very, very, very friendly. He had this. He had this gift like for being taking care of patients. Like he spoke very clearly, very nice. And I mentioned that because a good looking kid and very bright, and really customer service attention. Maybe that's why my blood pressure went up, but no. He checked my blood pressure and it was like crazy. Like again, your number is like 160, 170 over 100 and some. And I said, that's impossible. I mean, I never have issues with high blood pressure. And he goes, are you upset? Or I go like, no. And so then, but I think what happened is he didn't clearly know how to use the machine because it would struggle. Como que it would like go, how it inflates and then it would deflate and then inflate again. So it was going back and forth. So he tried to do it again with a different machine and the same thing. So I was a little bit concerned. I was actually going to get my blood pressure checked, but I mean, I'm not feeling any other symptoms. So
yeah, and that's why you'll see me right now rubbing. I still have a migraine, but it's a mild one. Hey, and then talking about healthcare workers, I was talking to my daughter. We're walking the dog, and she asked me, "Is COVID? Are the numbers still bad?" Because I tell you guys all the time, she is climbing the wall. She just wants to go somewhere, and I told her, "Yeah, it is." But this is my concern right now. Is it seems like okay? So we've been through this so much that everybody now, healthcare workers, I'm guessing now, like know how to do it automatically. They've gone through it so much that it's not a lot of new stuff, a lot of new information. So I told her, I feel like we have the knowledge better now than 10 months ago. I feel like we have the supplies. It seems like everybody's not screaming for PPEs and having to use the same stuff over and over. I told her, but the thing is, the staff is tired. The nurses and the doctors are tired. We're 10 months into this, and you're not going to have someone 100% doing their best when you get to the point where, someone posted how heartbreaking it was. One of your, hello, I'm still here.
Who posted?
You.
I posted about what?
Some hospital worker talked about how heartbreaking it was to be there working with people who are on their last breath and their family members can't come and visit them. Do you remember?
Yeah, I remember.
Okay. And I was telling my daughter about that. And I said, how much can we keep expecting of all our healthcare workers? We're 10 months into this and no one's listening. No one's staying home. We're not getting any better after this. I said, it's like having a library full of wonderful books and a crappy librarian. No one's going to want to go in. So after a while, if you have someone who doesn't have their heart into it, you're not going to be very effective at all. And I'm not saying the healthcare workers don't have the heart into it. I think there's only so much we can expect from human beings, if that makes any sense. And I'm afraid we're using them up too much emotionally, physically, mentally. And that's my concern now.
Well, it's always been a concern. It's been a concern that a lot of these people, guys, I mean, we're not only overworking them by not staying away from each other.
Yeah.
As that they were being underappreciated because a lot of individuals that would go in there screaming and yelling at the top of their lungs. Guys, we begged on this show throughout the months, stay away from each other as much as possible. Please, social distance, face coverings, hand sanitizer. I mean, for months now, folks, and we're not saying it. And again, people would criticize, say, Erasmo, it seems like you're saying the same thing over and over again. And I'm going like, well, yeah. I mean, have we gotten better at it? And the answer is no, we have not. And all these fiestas, all these pachangas, and what we're doing is we're wearing out our folk that are working at the hospitals, our doctors, man.
Yeah.
And you know what, man? And it's not rocket science, guys. Very simple. Stay away from each other.
And that's another thing with what the school district, I think, is doing, giving the Schoology right now. What is their number one achievement has been passing out turkeys to rich people. Whose achievement?
Oh, I think he was talking about how in Thanksgiving they were giving all the principals all these turkeys and stuff.
Well, yeah, I'd forgotten about that. So the Schoology right now, you're just adding more and more and more to teachers instead of lightening the load. I mean, it gets to the point where how much can you ask of an educator when we're not feeling effective because we have kids that are emotionally needier than the STAR test, for example.
Let me say, Ed, real quick. I'm not going to argue with you. I will tell you this. I can prove to you that she's a follower and not a leader. I can prove to you. But again, I want to be proven wrong now that she's sitting on the board. And the reason that I can prove to you that she's a follower and not a leader is she was used and manipulated by Sylvia Atkinson, Minerva Peña, and Drew Brown. I have proof of it. But again, I'm praying that they do a good job, Ed. I really do. I hope that Daniela does a great job, that Denise does a great job, that little Eddie does a great job. I hope that Jessica does a great job. She has not proven that she is a leader. She's proven that she's a follower. She's proven that she is clueless. I don't want to take Maggie's word away. But guys, again, and I could prove this. I'm not just talking out of my rear end. That was my farts last night. I tell you guys, no lo digo por decirlo, Ed. And again, I want to give them all a chance. And I'm going to give them all a chance. And we'll start to see at these next couple of meetings. And we'll praise them when they do well. And we will be calling them out when they do wrong. Just want to throw that out there. But we'll see. Maggie, they are having a moment.
Oh, yeah. I could see it.
How was the toy drive and the tacos? Let me say, guys, thank you all so much again to everyone that donated toys, candy, and stuff. It was a beautiful, beautiful event. And that's actually going to be part of my sermon tomorrow. And that part I can share, I think. You mind if I share real quick?
No, go ahead.
So no one from church, please do not be listening.
Oh, yeah. Mute it for now.
Dice, el día de ayer participamos de repartimiento de regalos como lo hacemos cada año. Quiero darle las gracias a todos aquellos que participaron de ello. A todos los hermanos que trajeron juguetes, dulces, nuestras amistades que al igual participaron, gracias. Les diré, mis hermanos, que hemos puesto fotos y videos de lo poquito que experimentamos el día de ayer.
Experimentamos? Isn't that experimented?
That experienced.
Is that the same word? Sorry. Go on. Sorry. Sorry. Go on. I'm just trying to get you grammatically correct. And I didn't think experimentamos was.
There's only one Spanish scholar.
Go on. You froze.
Sabemos que algunos de ustedes no pueden por salud o por enfermedad o por edad estar presentes. Y pues quiero que sepan que Dios no es ingrato y no deja de tomárselos en cuenta, mis hermanos. So thank you. Dios los va a tomar en cuenta. Hermanos, this is the part that I love. Hay una canción que usa las palabras. Me sonreíste como Jesús a un niño. You remember that song? No? Let's see if anyone gets the song. Me sonreíste como... No, nobody's got it. Me sonreíste como Jesús a un niño. Y esa debe ser nuestra tirada, hermanos, nuestro propósito, hermanos. Que todo lo que hagamos sea para dejar un legado. Infundir en nuestros pequeños esa pasión por el Señor que nosotros ya debiésemos estar experimentando a través del ginosco. Ginosco.
I don't know that one.
Ginosco is a Greek word that is John 17:3. Y esta es la vida eterna, que te conozcan, que te ginosco a ti, el único Dios verdadero, y a Jesucristo, tu Hijo, que tú has enviado. It's knowing, but knowing in a personal, intimate way. The Greek word ginosco. Hermanos, qué hermoso ginosco ayer en el repartimiento de regalos. The song is Jesus to a Child. Has anyone heard that song?
Real quick, how do you spell Ginosco? I need to look that one up.
Ginosko.
Okay, go.
It's in John 17:3.
Yes, that part I won't go look. Sorry.
Why?
Because I'm not there religiously yet.
It's not religiously, just looking up a damn verse.
Yeah, I'm not there yet.
Anyway, the song is called Jesus to a Child. It's a beautiful George Michael song. And I'd heard it before. I heard it before when back then, right before he died. And I saw the song again. There was a documentary, I can't remember, on HBO or Cinemax, on George Michael's life, and the song was like and such a beautiful song, Jesus to a Child. Listen to it. Jesus to a Child. Oh my God, such a beautiful song. And my suggestion, guys, while you're listening to the song, read the lyrics. Beautiful. And that's what we experienced today. And it was a beautiful event. The tacos were amazing. Great tacos. Maggie, we need to talk. I can help with important information. Dun, dun, dun. Probably in regards to vertigo. And Vigo, with COVID, we are all scared of everything. Feel better. My doctor told me that the other day that we had bad migraines, and he went to the chiropractor and they fixed that issue. I've heard of that, actually.
Yeah.
Actually, I've heard of individuals that go to acupuncturists as well, but I think it's more of a pressure situation, and then grabbing one's bones.
My chiropractor is over at dang, now I can't remember. See, my memory. They do the fascia on your body. They push out. She does like real deep tissue. That's what it is.
Deep tissue massage.
Oh my God, yes. So I mean, and I end up with bruises. Like I'll end up with the whole length of my back with a long bruise because she goes in so hard. But I literally walked in with a cane, using a cane, and I came out dancing. That was within a half hour. And I got Erosti. That's who it is.
I wish Erasmo. What was that? Erasmo's twin? What, because of the sermon?
Oh, maybe.
Let me tell you. If you have not seen one of my sermons, stop by church.
He's awesome.
You
just kidding. You don't know. I don't know.
No, let me say, last week,
promote yourself.
No. Last week's sermon, amazing. It was smack on point. 2 weeks ago.
You said that 2 weeks ago you were dripping. No, I get it. There's been times when I finish a lesson with the kids, I'm like, man, I rocked it.
Yeah. Numbers so freaking high, your restaurant's booming. Why can't we understand and take this serious? We just can't. We're Mexican.
Hey, that doesn't have anything to do with it.
Hey, that's what you should make your cheese crush. Actually, today, guys, I went to. Have y'all eaten chilies from
Chili's?
No, from Freddy's.
The hamburger place?
Yeah.
Now you're gonna make me hungry for their French fries, cheese covered, chili covered French fries. Come on. What are you eating?
Pistachios.
See. Okay.
I had a chili from and let me say, but I'm going through the drive-through, folks. And I'm going through the drive-through, and I get to the. I mean, I'm in my car, and I said, I don't want to get off. I don't want to put on my mask. Get in the car, go. So I get to the window, and the girl opens up the window. She goes, "Sir, put on your mask." Go ahead.
There you go.
I mean, I was in my car.
I don't get this right there, mommy.
Yeah. No. She was right. I mean, but you're in your car. I'm not going to be putting on my mask in my car. But it's okay. They gave me the chili. The chili's delicious. Chili's delicious, delish. The only problem is, Freddy's, I'm a little bit upset because I ordered 2 chilies, one for me, one for Papa. And y'all left the lid open on one of them. It's not a good situation in my car right about now. But I'll forgive you because the food's good. COVID is not showing down. Everyone needs to put their part. Yes. getting the vaccine does not mean no, it doesn't. We still need to do our part, 100%. I agree with you 100%. And let me tell you, my fear, Ed, is that there's going to be a lot of people out there that think, oh, well, I've gotten the vaccine. Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
No, not at all. I have to have them to do my blood pressure manually because the machine always says I'm high when I'm usually right on the dot perfect. I need to get my blood pressure checked hopefully tomorrow because I'm a little bit concerned. I'm hoping that enough days have passed on that I don't have an issue with it. I don't want to have an issue with it. Now, you have a friend that is a nurse and he has slept in an RV for the last 10 months. He told me to continue to be smart, to not let our guard down.
Yeah, I have a friend who's a nurse and she told me the other day too, don't let your guard down. Take care of your parents because it's bad right now. I was asking her, she's one of the ones I was asking, how's it at the hospitals right now? And she was saying it's bad.
Well, the mayor's even come out and said, guys, the county judge came out and said, we're high. We passed that little threshold. We're getting back up.
And you know what? You were saying earlier, yesterday or this morning, I forget which one it was. You were saying that you blamed the school district for the high numbers. And I was thinking, well, but we don't have that many kids in. But then I was thinking, okay, hang on though. Wednesday, when we came back, one of the teachers on campus had a little one who, at the end of the day, on the way out the door, said he had a headache. So the teacher said, tell your mom to take you to the doctor. Kid comes in the next morning with a runny nose, like literally runny nose, and was crying because his head, wrists, knees, and joints were all hurting. So she's like, well, hello. So she sent him to the nurse, campus nurse, and they ended up sending him and his 3 siblings home. So 4 kiddos at school. Some of them have other kiddos in the classroom. 4 teachers. I think that day they happened to see the art teacher. Then they saw the nurse and the nurse assistant. So how many people is that were possibly, we're just going to say possibly, exposed? How many of those teachers and nurse live with someone who works at another school? Oh, I know why I was going to tell you this. Lives at another school works at another school, a different school, and they're going to go home to school and pass it on. And the reason why I'm saying is, did you hear that before the holidays, Los Fresnos was sending out district-wide messages when one campus had someone positive? So district-wide, you were finding out what other campuses were happening. And I was thinking, well, that's a good thing, because if my husband happens to work at another campus and I find out there's a positive on that, okay, thank you. Yes, Arasti. Yes, see, people know it. Then hey, Ray, then when you know what's out there, the more informed, the better you are, is what I'm saying. I wish our school district did something like that, because, yeah, when you have 1 out of 4 siblings, and then you don't know how many of them are at the high school or the junior high, and those kids.
Well, look, it's very simple, Maggie. You have a choice. You either choose to send a group of people back into a building and then run the risk of Erasmo being proven right, or keep everybody at home and then don't give Erasmo anything to talk about. I mean, it's that simple, guys. Because look at guys. If let's say the district had decided to say, you know what, everyone work from home, just everyone work from home. If that would have been the case, folks, and we would have still gone up drastically in the numbers, then there was no way that I was going to say it was the district's fault. And I'm sorry, guys. I have conversations on a daily basis, guys, even on Sundays, folks, with nurses, with personnel who are telling me, with administrators, with principals, who tell me exactly the same thing. So I know what's going on in the district.
Yeah.
The administration knows what's going on in the district. I don't know. And I don't know if they're informing the board members of what's going on in the district. Again, that's for them to hash out. I know what's going on. Kids are going onto campus. They're positive. They're showing symptoms. Parents are sending them to school. They don't want to deal with them at home. And let me tell you guys, it would not, and people may say, well, it's the parents' fault for sending the kids at home. don't open the schools.
And you said the same thing. And you said this earlier, and I thought that's true. The parents get to the point where they're like, well, if they can go to school, then we can do this then. And you're right. You get that opinion.
Yeah, you do.
And, principals, I feel like they're stuck in the middle, and they have to deal with what the administration is passing out, and then they have to deal with us being upset. Yeah, I was gonna say it's not just Mexicans. Come on, don't be down on the Mexicans.
I say Mexicans because 97% of the people here are Mexicans. That's why.
Then say the valley. Don't bash your own people. It is Erasmo.
Hey, I'm white.
Whatever.
My birth certificate.
Yes, but Agustinovis. And Cuban Castro. What was I saying? Oh, yes. White hair? That's the only thing?
No, my thing, I need another lift here. You see this?
Yeah, you see this?
Well, yeah, that's beyond help.
I'm gonna walk around like this. But okay, so why are some things being done virtual? They're not doing the principals meetings anymore, face to face, are they?
They had stopped, and I think they're going to stop because of the increased numbers. But again, guys, look, folks, and again,
which is fine. Yes, on Zoom.
There's a lot of blame to go around, guys. Look at, and then what happens is the district then says, well, the county said it was okay because the county's numbers are okay, and then the county has become the scapegoat. If the county would have been producing the exact numbers, the correct numbers, guys, and would have stopped flip-flopping around, it wouldn't have not given the district any excuse whatsoever. But they gave the district free reign to do whatever the hell they wanted to do. So it falls on the responsibility of the county judge and county commissioner of court. It falls. I'm sorry.
And if the county had been giving us correct numbers, maybe we'd have more vaccines like Hidalgo does.
Exactamundo.
Available to the people.
It's unfortunate the city, county government are not following their own mandates 100% regarding occupancy. 100%. Well, and the problem, and before I finish your comment, is that they can't enforce a lot of the crap that they're shoving down small businesses' throat. Small local businesses are having to close while other businesses, for example, Chili's, and Ed, I challenge you to go to this morning's show. It's on the page, and you're going to see me yelling and screaming exactly about your comment because I agree with you. Small local businesses are having to close while other businesses, examples Chili's, Texas Roadhouse, are over capacity and still remain open with no restrictions, citations. Be careful. I stay away from those places for everyone's safety and my own. Yeah, and what I mentioned this morning is, you know what, guys, at the end of the day, Olive Garden, Chili's, they're going to survive. They're national chains. They're going to survive. A lot of our mom and pop restaurants, our small local business owners are going to fail. And that's my concern.
We eat out, but we pick up from, I know, right? We eat out, but we pick up, we bring home from, and we try and do small businesses. Oh, so that's why this evening show is brought to you by Aquafina. Or no, maybe Sam's Members Water Club, because I need to cut down on everything that I've been eating.
Do pistachios increase your blood pressure?
I don't know.
I don't see. It's a nut. I mean, it's probably the healthiest thing that I consume. And let me tell you, I have bags and bags. I'm not even joking. Look, bags and bags and bags of pistachios. And you see my office, Maggie. I've got a big old section there. Pistachios.
Look it up. I didn't bring my cell phone. I keep hearing it buzzing, so I don't know. I said otherwise I'd look it up right now.
What?
Are pistachios bad for blood pressure?
I can check it out real quick. You can't stop taking blood pressure pills once a day.
Yeah, I'm not good with medicine. I try and avoid it as much as possible.
Hello, Maria. Hola, Maria. Can I see your cat? Erasmo?
Oh, you have the same. They're both the same kind, aren't they? What is that brand? What is that?
Carachata? I don't know. They're both rescued, guys. And let me tell you, I mean, I didn't rescue them because they looked alike. It was just a godsend for some reason.
Is that a real thing in Spanish? Carachata?
Carachata?
That's not a breed.
No, not a breed. But esta niña, she was a rescue. Mimi's was a rescue. Mama, who passed away, was a rescue, and Mommy's was a rescue. I mean, it's just a coincidence that it's just a coincidence. There's
Which one?
This is Mimi's, and she's upset.
And
Okay.
Oh. So go on. Next comments.
Sorry. Erasmo is a whiteboard. My birth certificate says I'm white. Take care of yourself, Maggie. Let's see. What explanation will you give to people that get laid off for closing schools after funding seasons for not opening schools? Government has ordered schools to open. Then, let me tell you, we are the government, Ed. We are the government. And if enough people, Ed, were to stand up against, because there were several superintendents out there, guys, that were refusing to send staff members onto campuses, bro. And this is the problem, Ed. This is the problem. The problem is that we've forgotten. We have forgotten. We have forgotten that we are the government. This is the government of the people, by the people, and for the people. And the problem is too many people have gone into like, well, the government is making them do this. We are the government, guys. And the health, the well-being, and the safety of our people as a whole, as a community, is in danger. So we have to decide what's going. But the problem is they don't listen to us because we don't unite. We don't unite and together show a united front and say, hell no, we won't go.
A few superintendents said that. Wasn't there a group of superintendents that said, you want to come and
sue me?
Yeah, sue us.
Yeah, and that's the issue. There's been other districts that have stood up to TEA, that have stood up to the governor even, and said, if you are going to take away funding because we are protecting our staff and our students, then we'll see you in court.
It's a freaking pandemic.
That takes guts.
It's not like we're being lazy and like, I just kind of want to take the year off.
And look, Ed, locally, there's some school districts that have not gone back to school yet. There have been schools that are around us that have not yet gone back to school because they wanted to wait. They wanted to wait and see how the numbers were going to be. And then, if possible, then extend the vacation even farther out.
I told my husband I wouldn't mind working an extra week into June and to have had this week off so that I'm not worried about, unagi.
Guys, be proactive. Okay. That's all we're asking. For people to be proactive, Ed. Our local officials have not been proactive. They have been reactive, and it has been a disservice to our community. No one risks losing their job for a elected body doing the right thing. And the right thing is to keep everybody safe.
What could okay, yes, I'll pick them up. What could the city commissioners have done that they didn't do? Because you didn't hear the city commissioners do anything except for, what's her name, Jessica? Huh?
Jessica Tetro?
Yeah, she came out one time and did a whole show, was very upset because she started calling the funeral homes. And that freaked me out. Like that show I watched for an hour. I think she was on for like an hour. And she talked about that. And that was enough to add to my let's stay home thing.
Guys, the city commission has the right to close down any building, especially during an emergency situation that is a danger to the community. And they haven't realized that sending hundreds of students and staff onto a campus is a danger to the community.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Exactly.
No, what doesn't help either is teachers failing students because you don't have internet.
They're not allowed.
No. But let me tell you, JJ, let them fail a damn year. Worst case scenario, the kid fails a year. So be it. So be it. But you maintain the child safe. You are safe. Your grandparents, parents are safe.
Yeah.
They're not coming back. They're not being carriers of this horrible, horrible disease.
Because the school district provided, yes, I know the salt is, I'm going to have to change the payment Erasmo's paying me in Cheetos from Matamoros, so I need to change it because they have too much salt. That was the other thing I was going to say.
I was just wondering about the pistachios.
Well, look it up while I give my next spew.
Oh.
The school district has been giving them internet boxes, and here's the other thing. And we have we're taking into consideration how many people are at home using the internet hotspots. So they're getting hotspots, and we had enough to pass out. I mean, and I know at our campus we had enough to pass out, and when this first started, I saw on Facebook some of the other cities, other states, the teachers were talking about internet use, and when who's the governor of Cuomo of New York was talking about hotspots, and I messaged Trey, the mayor, and asked him, because I saw something. Oh, Ricardo's is so good though. The other day, I haven't been to Carolina's, but Ricardo's I had their fish fry and their shrimp fried. It was good.
Good stuff.
Yeah. McAllen had put up something about the hotspots that they were putting up, towers or something. Oh, I have braces and it bothers me, and I hadn't realized how much I did it until the other day. When I watched the show again to see how much I had said about my job. That's what I noticed. I'm like, I didn't realize I did that so much. And right now I've got the headache still. So that's why I keep doing this right now. But anyway, I messaged the mayor and said, McAllen is putting up towers all over the town. Wait, I want to see what the other comment was. What are we doing? And he messaged me back quickly, which I was impressed with the response right away. He said that the reason McAllen had put up stuff so quickly was because they were just doing a patch job. And that Brownsville was going to do a much better infrastructure. But is it done yet? Do we have it yet?
No.
So, when?
Not till I get elected to something. Pistachios seem to lower blood pressure more than other nuts. A review of 21 studies found that eating pistachios reduces the upper limit of blood pressure by 1.82 millimeters. I don't know. I'm not good.
Hey, you're not eating it with the shell, right? Because I know the shell is salty.
No, I take the shell off. You have to take it off. But I do the sweet chili.
Oh.
Yeah, I know my question about the cookies. I could try to get some for next week, right before I leave for Cuba. That way I could do a Cuba cookie drive.
I swear.
Dash diet for lowering blood pressure.
But does that taste good? The Dash? You have no shame in your game, do you?
No.
That's what I like about you.
Pistachios lower blood cholesterol and improve blood pressure. Yeah, they seem pretty healthy. Let me tell you, I do a lot of pistachios. Closing schools will again lead to no need for custodians, bus drive. No, not true. Let me tell you, at a city this big, Ed, and let me explain. I know when I tell you something, it's based on fact. And again, show me the facts. Show me the documentation, show me the proof, and I will counter and I will show you the facts. A school district our size and the great need that there is to virtual teach every student out there, the need to feed the students out there, the need to deliver packets to some students who are special needs requires all staff. Let me tell you, Ed, as of right now, we're struggling at the district because we need substitute teachers.
Mm-hmm.
We're struggling at the district. So
we have teachers who are not getting substitutes, and they're not talking about that.
No. And that's the issue.
Maybe I shouldn't either, but.
And the reason that I know, Ed, is because I communicate with staff daily. Again, I'm not talking out of my ass. I'm not speaking, I'm not sure. I don't know, because that's what they try to say. They try to say, well, Erasmo's misinforming the people. Erasmo doesn't know. No, Erasmo knows, because I speak to parents. I speak to students. I speak to staff. I speak to counselors. I speak to principals daily. I'm not even exaggerating. On a daily basis, bro. And let me tell you, every single individual out there would have a job. They're still needing more people. And again, it's data, bro. Data. We don't have enough substitutes. I've seen the emails. I've seen the lists going on. requesting individuals to go sub at their schools. We don't have the personnel. Maggie, am I wrong?
No, you're not. And the beginning of the school year, we handed out, we did about 300, 400 devices right at the beginning of the school year. I myself as a librarian had to do that. Great topic of conversations here. Tune in. Oh, I guess they're linking. Are they doing a link? I don't know. At the beginning of the school year, we were passing out, and we were trying to have an effective way of not having too many people show up for the devices at the same time. And it was just the TST and myself trying to prep them up. Yeah, I saw that. That would have been nice, right? Good night. And we had bus drivers helping us out. They were amazing. We had the porter coaches come and help us out. They were amazing. Amazing. They helped us out so much. There is no way the TSC and myself could have passed out 300-400 devices that first week. There's no way. And I mean, we were losing our mind with it as it was. The calls were constant. We finally had to get one person just to answer the phone because all the time. So the bus drivers, we ended up losing the bus drivers because then they had to use them to go drop off breakfast and lunch at different places. So the custodians are nonstop busy. We should have 4 custodians. We're down to 2 because we lost the other ones. The school district wanted to but they wanted to lower the numbers on staff, and then we're trying to use what's the word they use? Starts with an A. I forget. They were trying to use like a natural way of like through retirement. Attrition, thank you. And they're there. I'm sure they're there because we had a ton of unexpected people retire. That's one. Yeah, that's it. And I've heard of a lot of the substitutes are retired teachers, a lot. And they'll come in and they'll do a few hours a week, a few days a week. And I heard a lot of substitutes were doing the Google Classroom training and they're like, forget it, I'm done. I'm out. So, yeah, we're not short on staff at all.
100%. Yeah, yes, people are the ones electing individuals, but unfortunately, yes, we won't unite. Very true. But those districts remain open. Extending the school year, unfortunately, will and can affect seniors applying for college. No. Yeah. No, but it won't.
It won't?
And I'll tell you why not, guys. Let me explain something. And this is for seniors out there. And again, I'll base it on facts. By the time seniors finish their first semester, they're already applying for college.
Yeah. They're applying this past summer.
Yes.
And I know that for a fact. And a lot of people try to get into the early acceptance or to get on the wait list. So I know, I've got neighbors and friends whose kids have graduated from high school or even now graduated from college. And I freaked out that the summer after your junior year, they've already started doing the applications and they're doing their essays during the summer. So yeah, you're right. A lot of the kids by now, they know. By now, if they did a lot of the applications by now, January, they know.
100%. They already know. Second of all, we're not saying extend the year and bundle up with next year. Let me tell you, if we would have taken a week off, and I'll give you an example, Ed. I'll explain. If we would have taken a week off, we could have used Charo days.
Mm-hmm. That's a day and a half.
There's not going to be no Charo days. There's going to be no Charo days. We could have used any spring break.
Yeah, that's 5 days.
We could have used all those days to push the return forward. But
Martin Luther King.
In order to do all that, you have to be proactive. Mm-hmm. And you have to have a plan, Ed. Unfortunately for us, this school board that you want us to give a chance, and it's not, and I'll admit, it's not the new school board members' fault. Mm-mm. But it is the school board members that were there before, which includes the majority, Eddie, Drew, Brisi, and Minerva. It is their fault, and it is the fault of this administration. I'm sorry. It is. And if it wasn't, I wouldn't be saying it. We'd be praising them if they had done something right, but they have not. Blood pressure, yes.
And let me also tell you this. Hang on, I want to see what Claudia says. Let me tell you this, and also, I will be the first one to say I never paid attention to what my school board was doing, except every couple of years when they were going to give us a raise. Then I was patiently waiting to see what they were saying at the board meetings. but I was not keeping up. I am not one. And I can easily, off the top of my head, give you 10 fellow educators who now at Erasmo are woke.
Yeah.
Because now we're paying attention to what the school district did. And I'm going to tell you this, Ed, since March, spring break, March, I watched every single board meeting. I don't know why I hear myself echo now. I watched every single board meeting and I rewatched board meetings. And I was waiting to find out what is going on. The stress level, ay, por favor, really?
My hair.
The stress level was over the top during March, April, May, June, July, just waiting to find out what are we going to do. I joined a lot of Facebook groups where teachers and librarians, not just Brownsville, not just Texas, just United States, worldwide, we're talking about what school districts were doing and how they were changing the way they were presenting education. And I was seeing that we were not as caught up as other school districts were.
Yes.
I'm going to say that. Now, the other reason why I think I'm on this show is because Erasmo likes how much I admire him. But can I say I shit you not? I just said it. He's been on correct about what he says, except for 3 times. And I always bring it up to him. But I would leave his show, like watching it. I started watching it in the summer because that was the only way I was getting information. I started watching the show and I would finish the meeting or the show and go and tell my husband, Erasmo said this, but that doesn't make any sense. And then a few days later, I would find out true. And then, the more and more we started watching, Erasmo said this. And I would tell my husband and some coworkers, this guy has got connections everywhere. I mean, he really does. I've sat with him one time. I had my face mask on. I sat with him one time. His phone buzzes about every minute and a half because he gets messages. And, he informs those of us that need to be informed. And he's gotten me to be proactive. I've started now I want to attend the other committee meetings, not just the school board meetings, because you find out a whole bunch of stuff. I went to the facilitation meeting on Thursday, and what?
El garrafón.
What garrafón?
Este que está aquí.
What are you talking about?
The garrafón de agua right there.
Oh, I see it. Okay.
Someone mentioned it in the comments.
Okay.
I don't want to lose this comment, but
yeah, I don't want to lose this comment either. I went to the facilities meeting there, and Nelda, please don't get mad at me, Nelda. They're spending $350,000. No, I'm sorry, $450,000 on new tracks for the different junior highs,
middle schools.
But the new bathrooms at Canales, and half of them have been there since the school opened, easily 50 years ago. That was kind of like it didn't look positive. So, veterans, and please don't get upset with me if it's needed. I know it's needed. Veterans is getting a new concession stand, bathrooms, and ticket booth. But because, as it was explained in the meeting, they can use it as a second stadium. You could disagree with me, but go back and watch the meeting. And it still hasn't been posted. I'm still waiting for it to get posted. They want to use the Veteran Stadium as an additional stadium in the city. So that would bring in revenue. Okay, I understand it. You've got to invest to get money back. But come on. And another thing you said at Osmo the other day was that you think they're going to eventually close the old schools and start busing the kids to the newer schools. That's a ton of bullcrap, because that teaches those kids over there that what they have over there is of no value. And that makes me very angry, because we need to teach our kids to be proud of who they are and where they are. Mirta, our principal, Ms. Garza, always says it's not important where you start from, but where you end up.
Yep.
And that's what I want to keep doing for our kiddos that are on the lower socioeconomic part of Brownsville.
100%. But didn't they say that only TA, the governor, only once they can close schools? Wasn't that the fight between the mayor and the superintendent? Yeah, but we learned through executive order during an emergency situation, and guys, this is in law. It's in the Texas Constitution. The one that has the ultimate say is the mayor of the city. But the city refused to fight it. They just grinned and bared it, and they just took it in the rear. And I'm sorry, guys. They shouldn't have. They should have stood their ground and said, hell no, we're not going to let you open up the campuses. They didn't. They backed off. And the reason that they backed off was because they didn't want to get into a fight with the BISD, with the school district, because of the number of attorneys that they have. Guys, I don't care how many attorneys they have. If you're doing the right thing, stand for the right thing. Even if you falter and fail in court, at least you stood for something. Stand for something or die for nothing. I can't remember where I heard that from.
I think you have to grin and bore. Isn't it grin and bore it?
Grin
no,
and
never mind. Bared it.
Bear it.
But you said they grinned and bared it.
Did I?
Yeah, you said they grinned and bared it. I think it's they grinned and bore it. I don't know. I don't have my phone to check up on it right now.
Even with the Biden administration, things won't change, sadly. Mike Morales from TA and Governor Abbott are in charge of Texas. Nothing changes. Unfortunately, no. I think that the only thing is that, again, now with a Biden administration, and now that we have a education, yeah, that is from a school actual superintendent, guys, things might change in regards to federal funds coming to Texas, and Texas, the federal government saying, hey, if you want these federal funds, Texas, you're going to have to do this and this and that. That might change the situation. We'll see. For them, it's all about the money. Maggie McCown set up a citywide Wi-Fi, and here, ni fu, ni fa.
That's what I was saying. Is I'm still waiting for us to have the better job than the patch-up job McAllen does.
Bronzo has been working on and off for over 10 years regarding the Wi-Fi for everyone. Changes and government keeps this on the off table. No, the problem is that it's not a moneymaker for them, and that's the issue. As long as it isn't a moneymaker for the elected officials, they're going to look another way. They're going to focus on things that are going to put money into their pocket, not what is in the best interest of the community, for the district, the city as a whole. And that's what's very unfortunate. I was out 2 days and my kids had no substitute for live sessions, 100%.
And then the kids that are there face-to-face all get put in to another classroom teacher. So
yeah.
Thank you, attrition. Dang, you're behind on the comments.
I'm trying. You won't need subs, going virtually only. No custodians when schools are. What are you going to do with There's a lot of work, and I'm sorry.
The custodians are always behind on stuff that has to get done on campus. I mean, I can tell you this for a fact. I've been years and years working with the school district and being good friends with the custodians. I can tell you this for a fact. They never run out of work to do. Never. Even if you don't have kids on campus and teachers on campus, there's always something to do.
Let me say, Ed, it's very, very clear. Look at some, and I'll give you one quick example, because I want to get done with the comments so I can finish my sermon for tomorrow.
Sorry.
No, we're good. I don't care. Let me give you this one example. Webb Elementary.
Yeah.
Have you passed by Webb Elementary, Ed? Passed by Webb Elementary. There's no custodians on that school. There's no custodians checking up on the school, checking up on it, because there's no one there. It looks like crap. You need live folk, people there, cleaning, fixing, anything. Even if there's no students there, we need a custodial staff. If you subtract the custodial staff from the equation now, we're going to have more Webb Elementaries, and that we cannot afford.
Well, we have Webb, Longoria, Resaca, Victoria Heights.
And I mentioned Webb because I pass Webb almost every day, if not every day. Let me tell you, it's a sad situation. I don't pass by Longoria. I don't pass by Resaca, well, on the expressway, but they keep that part looking well. Victoria Heights looks horrible. And again, when you don't have the custodial staff on there, when you don't have personnel on there, it goes to crap. And it's very simple. Look, we can use all those campuses. We can have virtual camps for different teachers to spread them out completely throughout the district. And we can have bus drivers help. We can have paraprofessionals help. We can have bus monitors help. Guys, Ed, I'm sorry, Ed. We need substitutes. We honestly do. We don't have enough staff right now. Yeah, 100%. Nice garrafón, Erasmo.
That's why. Okay.
Hey, Becky! I love Becky. Becky and I worked together back at BIZ back in the day. Becky?
Park?
Yeah. They were too busy buying old buildings and a new city logo that never been used. 100%. Nada. Wasting good taxpayer money and useless buildings. Look, Cynthia, it's very simple. The city just hired a group for another study, and that cost us $450,000. $450,000. Who the hell comes up with this crap? And they hired the individuals in order to ease off the restrictions or the red tape that was taking in order for new business to open. Okay. Shouldn't we be focusing on salvaging the business that we have right now? So now they want to upgrade the system for new business. Who wants to open a business in the middle of a pandemic? $450,000, and they throw it like, well, it's not really a lot of money. Shut up! Yeah. It's tons of money. We spent $150,000 on a logo that we didn't even use at the city. It's about time that they fulfill what. Yes.
I mean, I know. I agree. And I don't want to deny the kids anything. It's just that, no, because I'll be at the meetings going, what was that thing? I forgot. Oh, Sudi, you're gonna have to watch. You have to rewind. No, and I don't mean to pick on one thing. It's just that, yes, it's just that. No, I know. What makes me mad is they don't keep up with the old campuses. They just let it go.
If I'm correct, Eddie mentioned that Canales is an open campus and take into consideration inclement weather and location.
Ed, how do you know? Were you there?
Oh, he was paying attention, maybe. Or maybe he was there. But yeah, Ed,
they said that. I don't remember saying it before. And that's true. I mean, we have that. And that's not the only campus that is an open campus that the kids have to deal with inclement weather. It's all the campuses that are on that side because that's how they were all built.
Garza, Vermilion.
Southmost, El Jardín.
Egley.
Huh?
Egley.
Morningside.
Palm Grove.
Palm Grove. What's the one for military? Garden Park.
Villanueva.
Vermilion. Those are all open campus.
Yeah, it's horrible, man. But again, something that Nelda mentioned, guys, and I've said this before and I'll say it again. Our time is up, but I'll say it. If they would have fixed the problem when it was a small problem, it would have been very, very cheap, inexpensive to fix. Now that it is a major issue, it's going to cost millions. Millions.
And I mean, come on, how many of us are adults that have children and you've had a child who needs to go to the bathroom and you're in a panic mode? I'm like, we think it's funny. We think a bathroom is a joke, but come on, basic necessities for some of our campuses.
There's a lot of work for everyone out there.
Yeah.
Victoria could be an episode of Life After People on the History Channel. It's not a good thing, guys. Really.
Yeah.
Location.
And it makes the campus look. I mean, it makes the neighborhood look bad. I've driven by and Longoria's grass is overgrown, and yes, but this is another one. Longoria's grass is overgrown, and it just makes the whole neighborhood look bad.
It does. And let me tell you, that area is such a historic area, guys. Let me say that area where Webb's at. Same thing with Longoria. It's a historical building, guys. All that area is so historical, can be used, transformed into something other. Right now, it's just a sore thumb. It looks horrible.
Longoria would have been a great campus to have the university to use that as a university in compliance or working together with UTRGV and the education department. It would have been a good one. And it would have been a good one because those teachers were teaching a lot of theory that you learn in college. Those teachers were really good. And because I was teaching classes at the same time, and I mean, I had just been teaching classes and I had just gone to college again. So I was seeing that the teachers were doing a lot of theory in classroom, which unfortunately with the STAR test coming up and the STAR test being around and all the state exams, the teachers don't have an opportunity to do theory as you're supposed to. You end up having to do a lot of ditto pages.
Yeah, 100%. Again, guys, there's so much that could have been done that wasn't done that should be done. And again, I agree. And look, I'm still giving them the benefit of the doubt. Again, every single one of the board members, and I don't have any faith in regards to the older ones, but we'll see. I want to be wrong. I want them to get rid of Linebarger. I want them to get rid of Baltasar Salazar this next meeting. I want them to add more COVID days for teachers and staff out there. I want them to start being proactive, and we'll find out. Really, the truth of the matter is, their first meeting is next week.
It's Tuesday? It's the first Tuesday of the month, right?
Yeah, next week is their really, really true first meeting. By now, there's no excuse. They should be more al tanto of what's going on. Rosa del Castillo is another one.
Yes, Del Castillo.
And look, and guys, we're not even going to talk about the gyms.
Yes.
Not even going to talk about the gyms. That's another major, major big issue. But again,
that was in the facilities meeting too, though. They're going to add bathrooms, AC, and Eddie was asking for more water fountains at the gyms, at the elementaries. And it's going to be done for the next 3 years. This coming year, they're going to start with 10 and then 10 and then 10, which only makes 30. But I think the newer campuses already have elementaries with gyms, with bathrooms in the gyms. I want to say a friend of mine who works at an elementary told me that her campus had bathrooms in the gyms.
Sure.
And I think Garza and another campus had just had them added recently. So that makes the 34.
Let me say, me too, there's very little for the board to actually do right now. Honestly, and really right now, the bulk of the work should fall under the superintendent and administration. And they're there every day. Again, they're in their secluded little area by themselves, but they're there every day. There's not really that much for the school board members to be meeting on. I'll say, I mean, again, not that much. And let me tell you, it would get very, very tiring for a lot of us that are actually watching these meetings, going like, what are you going into that meeting for? But again, I'm hopeful. We'll see on Tuesday. Reading has bathrooms in the gym. Yes, some of the newer schools do.
That wasn't the campus I was told. So some of the newer schools. So they're going to be doing 10, 10, and 10. Canales not being one of the first 10, not this coming year. So, and then that was said at the meeting. Well, they're going to get new bathrooms anyway. Yeah, in 2 years. Not this year, but the next year.
The board can hold administration. I agree, 100%. But again, to have a meeting after meeting after meeting without any substance, there's not really much to go on out there. Look,
and that was the whole summer.
What needs to be done is, again, limit the number of individuals onto campuses. That's the only right thing to do, period. Once they do that, they don't have to meet but once a month, because you're not going to have issues with the positives. You're not going to have issues with teachers and using up their COVID days, because let me tell you, folks, think about it in this respects, and we'll end because I know that we're way past. But let me say in this respects, if teachers, staff were teaching from home, then COVID day pay would not be an issue, and I'll tell you why. Because then it would have been the responsibility of the teacher and the professional and the staff, because they were at home and they got infected. Now, I think it becomes a liability issue because you brought them onto a campus that started sprouting out positive cases, guys.
What does COVID day pay?
Huh?
What did you say COVID day pay?
COVID day pay. The CARES Act, the FMC, FMLA.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yes, you're right. Go on.
So again, guys, let me tell you, if the teacher would have gotten his staff would have gotten COVID while working at home, it's on you. Use up your sick days. Well, they're COVID. Use up your whatever days you have, but it's your responsibility. When you are because again, it could have happened that way, but when you're asked to come back onto campus and you contract coronavirus on campus, I'm surprised we're not getting sued up our butt. And again, guys, look, and think of this, folks. Think of this. And I'll continue on and on. Think of this. You're bringing people onto campus. You're not providing PPE. and sometimes you've provided expired PPE. I mean, that's a lawsuit waiting to happen.
And I asked my secretary, how come everybody's talking about expired the Germex, or what is it called, the hand sanitizer? I never saw that on our campus. And she's like, because we threw it all away. She said, what were we going to bring it out for? It smelled bad. It was sticky. And my husband went to pick up my daughter. This is back in the spring when they had first given us some. My husband went to pick up something for my daughter. And he's like, what's with the Germex that you guys are using? It's like sticky and it smells horrible. Hello?
Expired.
Might have been expired, maybe. Yeah, I was at a librarians meeting and the librarians were asking our administrator if they could use library monies to buy the aerosol spray, because we have a class coming in and we have enough to wipe the counters down, but you want to also spray it around. And they were like, I don't know. Thankfully, my principal already bought some, so we have some on our campus. But
again, it's just, I think it's a lawsuit waiting to happen. Does that make sense? You know,
because you can't sue the school district, but you could do a civil suit, couldn't you?
No, you could sue the school district.
I was told you couldn't, that if you got sick from COVID and died, that you couldn't. That was what they were saying at the beginning of the school year.
You can sue for anything. They could tell you that you can't sue. You can sue. And let me tell you, think of it. You're going to go before a jury of your peers, and you're going to present to them that the school district, and you have proof that the school district put out expired PPE, that the school district didn't provide but a box of Clorox, small Clorox, and of wipes, and that's all they provided. You're going to have someone who collected every single email that was contradicting one to another, and you think a jury of your peers is not going to vote in favor of the staff member? Good luck with that one. I mean, really, good luck with that one, guys. And again, why? There's no need. Daniel, gracias. Cuando tú digas, tú avísame, papá. Yo contigo. But they haven't done anything. No. ¿Dónde la Bravo cheese? No, it is.
Who's Brownsville cheese?
I guess that's me. And I think that they don't understand that the bathrooms are important now because of the virus.
How often are they going to be cleaning them?
Now even more than ever, more important. Maggie, last words.
I have none. I'm tired. I'm having to. Oh, I know what I was going to tell you also. So today my husband says, your blood pressure is off. Are you taking medicine? And then I'm like, yeah, okay. I've got some that I had left over from when I should have been taking it before and I didn't. And my husband's like, what are you going to do? And I'm like, well, I'm going to change my dietary plans and my health, my exercise. Because I already told Erasmo I was going to on when he asked me for my New Year's resolutions. And he's like, but you haven't done anything. I'm like an organization that is in phase 1. I'm planning it. I might not have communicated it with you, but I'm planning it. But officially now I'm on phase 2. So now it's back to drinking water. So that's why Aquafina also, or Sam's Members Club, is gonna be our what's the word, sponsor.
Maybe you should copy Houston's resolutions plans.
I should look into someone else's resolutions plus and copy and paste.
Copy paste.
And then put a picture of someone that looks more like me.
Yeah, no African American.
Just like in theory.
You look a little bit African American though.
Yes, I've been told I look Indonesian, which I don't know what. I need to look that up.
Asian.
What does Indonesian people look like?
Asian. You do look. Yeah, you do look a little bit Asian.
I don't know. We're from Jalisco. My family's from Jalisco, so.
I've been to Jalisco. Jalisco no te rajes. Exactly. The fashion mask. Another one, guys. Where clearly states it's not. I mean, these are just lawsuits we have. Good night, Erasmo. And put more. Love the show. Clueless. Guys, stay safe. Hand sanitizer. Look, even at home, guys, I'm not even joking. 1, 2, 3. I'm not even joking, guys. I have it everywhere around me, at home and at the office. And I wasn't prepared to show you that. Guys, please. And I'm always putting some on. Hand sanitizer.
Yeah.
Face coverings. And when people go to my office, throw a face covering on. Guys, a social distance. I stay all day by myself. Guys, if you have the opportunity, go worship with us tomorrow at church at 11 o'clock, 1705 East Tyler Street. And guys, we'll see you Monday morning at 9 a.m. Guys, be good to each other. And please continue to be good to me. God bless.